Okay, welcome everyone. Hope you guys are excited for some great information tonight. My name is Michelle Barnett. For those of you who are new, thank you for being here. I'm a National Marketing Director with Juice Plus, and I am super passionate about helping others create an awesome residual income stream for their families. So this is week 3 training for our business boot camp. And today, I want to talk about something that's really important for achieving the bonuses that we've talked about through our business boot camp, for achieving the top commission level in our company, but also for longevity of your business. And that is attracting your team. This is truly a team business. And tonight we're going to talk about how you can attract people, what you can do, and why that's important. So if you haven't watched the launch call for this business boot camp, we encourage you to go back on the YouTube channel or our Facebook group and find the previously recorded Monday night business boot camp trainings, because we cover topics that will really help you get started and get off to a great start. So okay, so I can only see a few of you, but I would love to see a show of hands if you want to turn on your video for a second. Who on this call wants to attract more teammates? Raise your hand. Okay, I see a couple. Yeah, raise your glass. Yes, right. I'm raising my hands because the reality is, we all want more teammates. It really is a part of this business that I love is the people. You get to work with incredible people who become really good friends. One of my favorite parts of this business is getting to work by myself, or getting to work for myself, but not by myself. So we get to work for ourselves, but not by ourselves. I love being a business owner. I love being able to make my own schedule, being able to wear what I want to wear and do my calls and do my work from wherever. But I love having other people beside me. Maybe they're not beside me. Maybe they're in another state or another country, but getting to link arms and be on the same mission and have conversations and connect. It's super, super important. And so doing this business with friends, with family, or even acquaintances is so much fun. I kind of want to reflect for you guys. I've been doing this for 10 years, and I was thinking today, like, who were my first teammates? My first teammates were people I already knew. They were a friend that I was close friends with at the time who lived in Chicago, where I did. We went to church together. So my first rep was a church friend. Another new teammate in the beginning was a college friend. We kind of had been friends in college and gone our separate ways and reconnected when I moved back to Texas. So a college friend was another first teammate. And then high school friends. High school friends have known me forever. They have a lot of rapport. I've, stayed in touch with a few of them. And so being able to share this with them made sense, because they kind of followed my journey, and I was able to really speak honestly and candidly with them. But what I want to share is that although my first teammates were people I knew pretty well, my leaders on my team now, most of my leaders on my team now are people I did not know when I started Juice Plus. So that's kind of crazy, right? Most of my leaders on my team now are people I did not know when I started Juice Plus. And that kind of still blows my mind. So what does this mean for you? You're getting started. Maybe you're restarting your business. What does this mean for you? Well, it means we need to talk to people we already know, like, and trust, right? We need to definitely talk to the people we know, like, and trust. We need to go to those familiar people, those familiar faces, and connect with them, because we have that rapport already. But we also need to make new friends. Making new friends is super important for our business, as you can see, because my business wouldn't be where it is today as a national marketing director if I did not make new friends along my journey with Juice Plus. So I'm going to give you some examples. So one of my leaders is Casey Elmore. She's a qualified national marketing director right now. And I met her at a gym. It was a gym that my friend went to, and I was going as a guest, and I showed up to the gym to work out with my friend, and Casey was working at the front desk, and I accidentally went to the wrong gym. It was the right gym, but the wrong location. And so I went to the wrong location. And so Casey showed me around, gave me a tour. We ended up talking. We had a connection we had both gone to the same church the weekend before. And she became a friend, and she became a customer and a business partner on the day, not that day that I met her, but a month later. So she became a customer and a business partner a month later. My friend Jenny, my teammate Jenny, who's a senior sales coordinator, I met her husband first and met him while doing a Juice Plus booth at a CrossFit event. And he is a chiropractor. And so he was next to me. So I struck up a conversation, and then I showed up to his office like the week after to talk to him more about Juice Plus and our Shred program. And he signed up, and then he was like, "You need to meet my wife." And so he connected me with, and then I got to talk, share the business with her after they had their first child. And then one of Jenny's teammates, Jenny met her teammate Jenna through an online moms group on Facebook. She had posted something about the business, about the opportunity, and Jenna responded asking, for more information. And so Jenna is a leader on Jenny's team. And then Jenna found her teammate Cassie on the same Facebook moms group. So you just never know where you're going to find your teammates, right? They are out there. They are ready. They are available. We just have to go meet them. We need to be meeting friends offline, in person for coffees, talking to people at the park, at a play date, and we also need to meet them online. So connecting through other moms groups or local groups. Maybe you're in a local running group. Maybe you're in a local entrepreneurs group, or whatever that may be, but there's a lot of Facebook groups where you can get in and connect with people, or through social media like Instagram, where you can hashtag similar interests and start liking and connecting with people that way. So this is why we have you commit to 2 new Facebook friends, or other Instagram, but Facebook's probably more safe, 2 new Facebook friends for the Business Bootcamp, because we want you to be adding new people and committed to adding new people into your circle. So these can be people you meet offline and you bring them onto Facebook with you, or people you meet through online groups. So how do we attract new team? That's what we're going to talk about next. And here's the thing. When you want to attract others, you have to first look inward, right? You have to look at yourself. And so that's number 1 is be attractive yourself. We're not talking looks here, but showering is encouraged sometimes. I haven't showered today, so I can't really talk. But shower, we're not talking about looks when we're talking about being attractive. We're talking about being attractive in word, thought, and deed. Okay. Your word, we want you to be attractive in what you say. We want, are you saying kind things, positive things? Are you excited when you talk? Are you encouraging? Are you optimistic? We want your words to be inspiring, to be attractive. If you're one of my verses or affirmations right now is Philippians 2:14-15. It says, "Do everything without grumbling or arguing." So I read that every day because I was catching myself in my marriage and parenting, and in business, grumbling or complaining. And I wanted to change that because that's not attractive, right? Nobody likes to be around people that complain all the time. So if we can just work on filtering our words, making sure that our words are attractive and positive and kind, excited, encouraging, etc. Number 2, make our thoughts attractive. Are your thoughts of abundance? Are they thoughts of gratitude? Are they thoughts of positivity? And are they optimistic? Our words stem from our thoughts. So we have to focus on our thoughts. We have to filter our thoughts. We have to change our thoughts. You can actually change your subconscious thoughts by teaching yourself to think the opposite. So if you start to think one thing, like replace that with an opposite thought in your mind. Like if, we can do it with our looks, we can do it with how we feel about someone. Instead of stating something negative, state something positive. There's always a positive side to most situations. And so finding something positive to say instead of something negative, and changing your thoughts to, a lot of times we think in terms of scarcity. We have a scarcity mindset. There's fear that's dominating our thoughts. We're thinking based on worrying or what ifs versus I am, saying to ourselves affirmations that we know to be true. And if you want some good affirmations and how to change your thoughts, there's a really great team call we did a couple weeks ago called it was a mindset series. So if you just go to our YouTube channel, you can scroll back a few, and there's a mindset call. I think it's called Mastering Your Mindset or something like that. But it's a mindset call, and we go through a lot of affirmations that you can use to speak truth over yourself and to change what you think. The last one is be attractive in your deed. Are your actions making people want to be around you? Do your actions make other people feel good? Are they helpful? Are they inspiring? So we want our actions to be encouraging and uplifting and serving of other people, because that is attractive to people who want to be, you need people to want to be around you if they're going to be on your team. It's not being inauthentic, but it's being your best self, if that makes sense. So here's the thing. If we're totally honest, right? If we're totally honest right now, most of us can't say we score 100 in every area, word, thoughts, or deed. So I challenge you this week to pick one area, your words, your thoughts, your deeds, to focus on, because we are what we attract. So we best start with ourselves. So pick one, write it down right now. Are you going to focus on your words, your thoughts, or your deeds, and really commit to it all week? When you think that thought, change it. When you say that, stop yourself or say something positive after, right? Just start making that come to life, and it will become a habit. Just like healthy eating, we've got to practice and practice and practice until it becomes something very natural for us. Number 2, how do we attract new team? We put out attractive bait, right? You're trying to catch a fish. You can't just put the hook out there. They're not going to bite, right? They need some juicy worm or something like that. Something shiny, something shimmery. So we need to put out attractive bait. So we need to share the good news. Kurt did a great training Voxer message for us recently I shared, but it was about the gospel, and it doesn't have to be religious. It's just the word gospel means good news. So what good news can we be sharing consistently about our business? I think sometimes we can get focused or get honed in on sharing like the downsides or the frustrations or, what's not working. But our prospects need to see what we're hopeful for, what we're excited for this business to do, why we're aligned with this business, what can happen through partnering with us. Every business has highs and lows, but what you focus on grows. So if you're focusing on the negatives, that will tend to grow in your life, not just in this business, but in every area of life. Social media. This is a way that you can put out attractive bait for your prospects. You want to get good at being engaging in social media, not just posting, putting stuff out there, but you want to ask questions. So asking questions on social media, going live, sharing a funny story, something that's, you need things that are a way to get people like commenting and liking, and then you need to mix it up with things that are healthy lifestyle, not just Juice Plus. Yes, there will be Juice Plus posts in there, and that's awesome, but it needs to be a well-rounded posting approach. So we want to have things that are like your healthy meals, and maybe you're working out, or maybe you're just talking about drinking more water, or you're sharing a health app that's really helped you. So you're just helping people see you as someone who's on a health journey. We don't expect perfection. We don't try to portray perfection. We just want people to be seeing what we're posting and asking questions and saying, oh, she had a really great recipe she shared with me. I want to start a conversation with her. Or taking those likes and those comments and following up. So being interested in others will always make them more interested in you. Right? So if you want someone to be interested in what you have to say, you need to be interested in them. And so on likes on my post, if it's about a meal, a healthy meal or smoothie, my capsules, or anything like health related, maybe even working out, if someone likes, I'll just go to them, start a message and say, hey, Susie, I saw you liked my post. Or thank you so much for liking my post. I'm loving, getting more workouts in. Are you on a health journey too? I'll just ask that simple question. Are you on a health journey too? And that can start a conversation. One of my top leaders, who's a senior sales coordinator on our team, she never commented on any of my posts. She just liked and liked and liked and liked. And I was like, I could have just ignored that, right? Because it's kind of like, everyone just scrolls and likes. But I finally, after a few months, just reached out to her and said, hey, I said the same thing. And she told me she was like on a weight loss journey and what they were doing. And it just snowballed into a Juice Plus conversation. And then she wanted to get her products covered so that her whole family could be on it. And then she joined the business. So you just never know where following up on a like or a comment can take you. Let's see here. Sharing, it's also important with social media, how you can put out attractive bait is sharing what this business is doing for you or what it can do for you. Maybe you're not at a place where you quit your job yet, or you are doing it full-time or full part-time, but sharing other stories or sharing the little things like I'm getting my products for free, or I just got this awesome $100 bonus check, or I have met this amazing community of other like-minded people, or I'm making awesome friends being a part of it. It's like, there's so many perks and benefits that are not just monetary or not just success related that you can share. Like, I'm getting so many recipes. I'm getting so many health ideas being a part of this community, right? So you're just talking up the positive points of being a part of our business and our community that other people are attracted to. And other people want community. They want to be a part of something bigger. And so you can share that and attract them in. And then the last part of putting out attractive bait is share the opportunity. Just share the business. The number one reason people don't grow their teams is they don't share the business enough. And I was guilty in the beginning. I did not share the business with enough people. More people will say no to the business right away, but you are a farmer planting seeds of hope. So you do this over and over, knowing that some people are going to say no, and some people are going to say maybe, and some people are going to say yes. Just because you get no's does not mean that you aren't planting seeds for the future. I've had so many people say no, and then years go by and they come back to me and say yes. This business boot camp is an example. I had a girl I talked to right after she had her baby, and she was wanting to sign up for our business, and she ended up not. And here she is now she's on pregnancy number 2. And she's like, wow, I wish I would have joined you back then, but I'm ready now. And so she's doing the business boot camp. So it's just timing, but I'm so glad I shared with her almost 2 years ago, because otherwise she wouldn't be coming to me now. Does that make sense? So even though it feels like it's not a win, it still can be a win down the road. So you want to do sharing the opportunity in line and on person. So through social media, stories, through posts, and your sponsor, your upline mentor can help you with those posts. We don't want just posting like, hey, join my business or join my team. That's not what we want. We want to attract people in through our social media. So let us help you. Let's see here. I actually just reached out to a girl today who was my very first teammate. She's no longer in the business. She probably canceled like her first year, the products. And so 10 years has gone by, right? But about 3 years ago, we were RVing and we were in their town. And so I reached out to her on social media to connect, and we connected. And because of that connection, she became a customer again. And ever since she became a customer again, she saw what this business has done for me. She started at the same time as me, and then she quit, and she saw what it's done for me in the last, at that point, 8 years. She was like, wow, like, it's amazing what this business has done for you. And so I just kept planting the seed about the business. And today I just messaged her out of the blue. And I just said, hey lady, not sure if you're still interested in the Juice Plus business, but we have a summer business boot camp going now that teaches you how to earn $2,000 this summer with the business. Let me know if you want info. So that's kind of a casual approach, but I was able to do that because I planted the seeds, multiple times, and I'm able just to come back to her, back around and say, hey, we have this opportunity. And I want you guys sharing this business bootcamp. Even if you're new and you're going through this, you're doing it. So why not just bring a friend on to do the business bootcamp with you? So the third step for how we attract new team, number 1, be attractive. Number 2, put out that attractive bait. Number 3 is follow up, follow up, follow up. Okay. Follow up, follow up, follow up. I did not stutter. I said it 3 times for a reason. So we don't want to follow up in that super annoying way that a lot of times people think of when they think of follow up. We are professionals, and we follow up in a timely, genuine, and short way that allows multiple follow-ups. We are pleasantly persistent. That's like been my go-to over the years. I just say, I'm just pleasantly persistent. Like, I don't lose friends over my follow-up. I just love them well. I meet them where they're at. I try to get them to tell me yes or no, because again, I'm not afraid of no's. I know that no is just a not yet. And so I just continuously find ways to connect with them and follow up. So sometimes if you followed up, someone says, maybe they comment or they say, I want more info, and then you follow up with them and they're not responding. Let's say you reach out, you send them the info, they say thanks, and then they just never get back to you, or you send them the price and they just never get back to you, and you follow up 2 or 3 times. Typically the 3rd or 4th time, I will just say, I will give them an out. Sometimes following up just means giving them an out. We are not desperate for half-hearted teammates. So I'll just say, hey, I totally, I wanted just to reach back out because I wanted to make sure that I did my part to help you, get this information, or to support you, or to, help you make the best decision. If this isn't the right time for you, or you're not interested anymore, that's totally okay. Just let me know either way, and I just put it out there because I'm not desperate. I want to know, sometimes I'll say, hey, you've been ghosting me. I want you to know that if you're not interested, that's 100% okay. I just don't want to be bothering you. And sometimes when you say that, people will be like, oh, I don't want her to think she's bothering me. And so they'll reach out and they'll be like, oh girl, my dog died and my grandma, they'll have this whole long story. And you're like, wow, it wasn't about me at all. It was just about their life. And so, just know that usually it's not about you, it's usually them. And so you can just do your job and be professional and follow up. And if you want some great follow-up verbiage, go to our Team Plant Strong Facebook group. There is a search function, and you can search follow-up, and you'll find a whole PowerPoint presentation with some really great follow-up ideas. Sometimes follow-up means switching gears and inviting people to an event, or asking about something they posted online. So sometimes I'm just like, this person's just like ghosting me, or they're not I feel like they're definitely not interested. I'll just switch it up. I'll just be like, hey, I'm having girlfriends over for smoothies on Friday, or do you want to come to this workout? Or I saw you posted about your daughter breaking her leg. I'm so sorry. How's she doing? I just think that it's the best policy to care about people and to connect with them, because the more you care and connect, the more they're going to trust you, and the more they're going to respond to you and be, willing to answer and to listen to what you have to say. And then I think I've already kind of talked about this, but after the 5th follow-up and you aren't really getting traction, a lot of times I'll just table the conversation for later. So I say, now may not be a good timing for you, and I totally get that. No worries. Perhaps in a few months we can connect back on how Juice Plus can help with your kid's immune system, or we can connect back on ... Juice Plus and how nutrition can help with eczema, or whatever reason, Juice Plus and how it can be a great side income stream. You just kind of table the conversation and move on with, go find someone else to talk to. Sometimes people and I already said this kind of, but sometimes people are just busy, and us being persistent will give them the time to say yes. I've had people that were like, I want to order, and I promise you, I follow up with them like 7 times. They're like, girl, you know, my daughter ate the cat food and had an allergic reaction, and, you know, it's just been nuts over here. And then I'll be like, okay, you know, and I'll just go back to them and be like, hey, do you want me to call you and get your info? Do you want to send me a picture of your credit card? Do you want to do it, you know, does your husband need to do it? Like, you know, I just give options for her, and I just continue to like, okay, I'll just check back next week, or I'll just check back in 2 weeks. How about that? And I just continue. They really do get back to me, but maybe not every time, but they're like, have real life situations they tell me, then I just kind of keep postponing it until they're ready. But I do keep following up, because a lot of times they want to do it, but it's not the highest priority on their list. You know, they're keeping their fish alive, their dog alive, their kid alive, their husband alive, whatever, their grandma alive. Like, they're just have a lot of responsibilities, and that's understandable. And then fortune is in the follow-up. Something my mentor told me whenever I was new, and he is one of the top income earners in Juice Plus. And so this says a lot. He said, the only difference between where I am and where you are is I've heard more no's. I was like, what? Like, blew my mind. He's like, I've heard more no's. I've talked to more people. I've had more people say no. But in that, I've also had more people say yes. So I realized, like, at that point, like, okay, like, I should just keep going out there and sharing, no's and all, like, because eventually I believe I can get to where he is, and I can even surpass him. And so that's what I do every single day. That's why I still get out of bed. I still share. I still believe that there are people out there who need our business, and people out there who need more fruits and vegetables in their life, because it can literally change people's lives. So that's what I have for you guys tonight. Just remember to be attractive, to put out that attractive bait, and to follow up. Those are 3 key things that are going to help you attract your new team. And then stay tuned for our week 4 business bootcamp email next week, because I've shared some verbiage, some actual text verbiage that you can use to share not only just the straight out sharing the business, but also to share our healthy living plan. So that's going to be coming to you next week. And if you haven't signed up for that, you can do that now at plantstronglife.org. It's on the homepage. It says register for the Business Bootcamp, and that will allow you to get those emails. Even if you're not participating in the Business Bootcamp, maybe you're already a sales coordinator or above, I still recommend the emails, because there's a lot of great nuggets and wisdom for you, and to help you guide your new teammate who's going to join your team in the coming days, weeks, and months. So any questions from you guys as we wrap up this call?